I have returned to stream once more. Haha. This is going to be another chatless stream because I just want to discuss a topic. But I am going to have another stream soon where I will have the chat on, so don't worry. This one though, it's a talkie. I want to answer a question that is probably on a lot of people's mind when they first discover my channel here. And that is, how come I don't get a lot of comments on my videos or posts? Some of them have a lot of views, but little to no comments. People might be wondering why that is. Well, I made a couple jokes about it recently, and that was just my sense of humor. Just being funny about it and saying, oh, you know, my fans, they prefer to watch my videos with binoculars from the bushes. That way, nobody can see them or recognize them. And that's just me being funny when I do that. But there is a reason why people don't really leave a lot of comments on the videos. And I know why that reason is. And it's because I am someone who speaks freely, proudly, openly, and honestly about interests that I've had ever since I was a little kid and will always have. And those particular, just having those interests in general, it's something that's still stigmatized by our society to a degree. And it's something that people will usually generally just keep to themselves and not publicly share. But I'm comfortable sharing it. And the reason for it is because I'm aware that it's a very common part of being human. And as long as what you like is harmless, there's no harm in it. And because it is so common and such a big part of being human, whether some people want to admit it or not, I understand privacy concerns, but it's still amazing to me, whether people do or not, how many people manage to relate to me and appreciate that, I'm content being somebody I'm the rare breed, I don't mind saying like, yes, I like this and that and there's nothing wrong with it, and you shouldn't be ashamed of what you like either if it's likewise harmless. And I mean, it's really just part of being human. It's that great human experience we have. And it's not something that's ever going to change. But the other reason I am so confident and proud to be open about it is the way I present it. If you notice, I like to talk about it like this, or just casually entertain it with other people, as you've seen in my videos, for just comedy, entertainment reasons. But when I talk about it like this, I do it in an educational and respectful and just general audience kind of way. I'm basically teaching people who might not understand it and trying to empower other people by doing it too, but just putting it out there in a straightforward way to let people know, like, hey, don't feel weird. This is a common human thing. There's a lot of people like that. It's just a lot of people just don't. It's not even so much that they're scared of what they like or that they're even embarrassed by what they like. Some people just don't want to put that kind of information about themselves out there because, I can understand, like, that's something you're going to be into forever. It's always a part of you. It's not just a phase. Like, it's what you like. It's, taking something, like having an interest in an otherwise innocuous thing and having like such a heightened, unusual interest to where it's like exciting and arousing for you. Those kinds of things. Just, that stuff's never going to change. So once somebody knows that about you, they know that's always a part of you. But I'm trying to let people know, like, if it's not hurting anybody, there should be no shame in people knowing that. Because, like, let's use an example. I'll just make it up off the top of my head. Let's say we've got somebody who one day he decides to let everybody around him, like, I really love feet, okay? But then next week he kind of thinks about it and he's like, maybe I shouldn't have just told everybody that. Maybe I should have kept that to myself. And he tries, hey guys, actually, I was just kidding. All right, I don't actually, it's not actually like that. They're going to be like, yeah, okay, sure. Like, you don't just not like something anymore like that. But I mean, it's like, who cares if you told everybody that? There's a lot of people in the world that happen to like feet. That's one of the most common interests. I mean, I think they're one of the great body parts, I think they're fun to see on the right people. A lot of people are that way. And some people just don't want to put that kind of information out there. I mean, some people are probably afraid they can be like exploited. Because here's a funny thing to add to what I just said. When I was working part-time at restaurants before, all my friends and coworkers knew about my channel. Some were featured on it, and they all got to see my videos. And I actually had a couple guys at this one restaurant that they would start to just like playfully tickle me. They'd be walking by and they would like poke me in the side because they'd obviously watch those videos of those friends I had like exploiting me because of how ticklish I am and tickling me on camera. So they thought it would be funny to take that knowledge and playfully exploit it at work by like poking me in the side when they walk by and getting that reaction from me. It's like, I mean, that's not a thing that I'm into, but I'm just saying, like, by me putting that out there, like, I'm real ticklish, somebody took that and was able to, But I understand the privacy. If I make jokes about it, like you're watching me from the bushes with binoculars, I'm just making a joke because I understand. People don't want, because like if you're a fan of me, you're a fan of what I represent. Yeah? You're a fan of what I speak openly about. You're a fan of what I like to do and entertain and have fun with. So you're going to be compared to me. You're just like that Primal Instincts guy. You're just like that no Dio hero. You're one of those alternative folk, aren't you? I saw your comment on his video. I recognized you. You're one of those people. But yeah, I get it. But I just hope, even if people are choosing to keep their comments to themselves, that my message is still getting through though, okay? My message is still getting through to everybody that even if you choose to keep your interests private to yourself, which is totally okay, it's your choice. Even if you do choose to do that, don't do it because you're ashamed. Don't do it because you think you're weird because you have stuff you like. Because it's actually very normal to have those kinds of things as a human. And that's just the facts, man. And obviously the other reason I don't get a lot of comments is because I don't make content for kids and I'm not trendy or mainstream. So I don't, unlike the mainstream videos on YouTube, I don't get like a bunch of kids leaving comments on my videos. According to analytics, my most watched age demographic is males 18 to 25 and followed very closely behind by males 26 to 34. So like that's my biggest demographic, not kids, they're not kids, they're young men who, maybe they're wondering about who they are and what they like, and they find some entertainment out of seeing somebody just be themselves, just be open and honest and speak some empowering words and demonstrate it in a fun way, putting a funny spin on stuff. I mean, there's a fun way to do things, right? And I'm happy to be that guy, man. I'm happy to try to lead people to be comfortable in their skin and to be cool with themselves and just enjoy life, man. Just vibe, just roll with it. Don't live in fear or shame, unless, of course, being embarrassed or humiliated happens to be one of those things that you're really into. Then, you can feel that way, and you can commission me for a video, and I'll really make you feel that way. But seriously, just know that having those kind of interests, it's normal, it's common. And while you don't need to feel obligated to be open and honest about them like I like to do, just know that as long as they're not hurting anybody, they're not hurting you or anybody else, you're totally okay for having them, and you don't need to worry about it. All right. Again, you don't need to feel compelled to tell the world. But it always makes me happy to see enthusiasm. I know some people on YouTube, they make accounts that are centered around the thing that they're really into, and they like to be public and open about it. It's like, hey, there's that spirit. There you go. Be open and proud. Just don't shove it in people's faces too hard, right? Don't shove it down people's throats, as they say. Don't be too aggressive with it. Don't scare people with it. If you're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, I get it. I know what you like. I'm not judging you. Just please stop. Yeah, have pride. Have love in yourself. Have love for who you are and the unique person you are. And just know, consider it like this, man. It's a bonus. It's an enhancement to be able to have interests like that. Because there's things that, you have these extra things about you that make you feel good. And isn't feeling good a good thing? Yeah, we all like to feel good. We all like to feel happy. We all like to feel pleasure. We like to feel alive. So be happy that you have things that can cause you to feel that way. And part of the fun of the game of life is, learning about who you are and what you like, and meeting people to possibly entertain those things with and share that enjoyment with. And that actually just turns out to be a big part of the beauty of the gift of life. So that's the way I look at all this stuff. That's why I'm up here always openly and positively talking about it and encouraging other people to be the same way about it. Because, like I said, it's part of being human, and it really is a beautiful thing if you look at it, just depending on what it is and I guess, how practical it is to entertain or not. But still, just know you're normal, okay? You don't have to tell everybody, but don't think there's anything wrong with you, all right? We're all made different for a reason. But one thing being on the internet has taught me is there is a whole community out there of people who are just like me. And it's really cool how I'm able to attract and just have all these people find me and just relate like that. It's like that's another really cool thing about being a public person on YouTube like that. It's like it puts the possibility out there. Like-minded people are going to find me. Kindred spirits are going to relate. And then I just build this whole community of people. And it's like, though they may not be publicly commenting, they're there, and we're all part of this community and growing and understanding and learning together. And we will continue to. We got our community, man. We got our tribe. I'm happy to be your chief. I want to be the outspoken one. I'll be the fall guy who just comes out and says it, okay? I'll just tell the truth. I'll be the one that's just open and honest. I'll say the things most people would probably die of embarrassment if they ever had to say or admit or be found out about, because that's just the way society can make you feel about that kind of stuff when it shouldn't. It's called a stigma for a reason. So many people act like it's weird to have fetishes and stuff, when in reality, a lot of people have them. And there's a reason for that, okay? It doesn't mean you're a freak of nature or you've got some sort of disorder. It means you're human. It means you're one of many people who have those kinds of interests. And I think the world needs more people like me who are open and honest. But on the other hand though, it's neat to be one of those rare breeds who just has no problem just openly saying something like that and telling everybody I know in person about it and showing them this channel and letting them learn about it themselves. I have no shame, no embarrassment. I don't get any disrespect for it. I'm glad to be the kind of person who can do that when so few people can, because I feel like I'm filling in the shoes, which is ironic, because with my natural living, I like to run around barefoot all the time. But I'm filling the shoes that most people would not want to fill. Most people want to go anywhere near those things, man. They would not. They wouldn't even try them on, not for a day. But I'm glad to be somebody who can do that. I really am. Like I'm all about relating and opening up minds and making life more enjoyable, because it makes my life more enjoyable. And being able to do this for everybody, it really makes my life more enjoyable. Like this is such a big part of my life now. And I mean, it's a huge part of my life. Like every day, a lot of time and thought goes into doing this in some way, either on here or behind the scenes, whatever I'm doing, interacting with people, filming commissions and selling clothing, just going the extra mile in making the connections I already make with you guys just from posting here on the channel. And I love that, man. I really love that. I'll never not love that anymore. I'm never just going to get tired of it and say, I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to make those kind of amazing connections with like-minded people anymore. That's not going to be my attitude. When I say I'm here to stay and I'm going to do this as long as I physically can, I'm being serious. Like this is my calling. This is my niche. This is where I belong, with you guys, and doing this with and for you guys. And making those extra step connections, man, they really are a connection. And I mean that both ways. It's a two-way street, man. To be able to, send something out, like to think that there's a lot of people out there who are in possession of clothes that I used to own because they're that big a fan of me. They relate to me. They like me that much. They were willing to do that. And all the people I've filmed custom video commissions for, and how much everybody says they love them, and how I have a lot of people that just come back for more and more and more. They become regulars, man, because just like me, they really love that kind of connection that we've now made. It's so much more personal now. Filming videos like this, that's definitely a good connection. It's a good way to connect with a lot of people. I have over 10,000 subscribers now, which is wild because, again, I'm not mainstream or trendy at all. I don't use fancy video editing. In fact, I don't even have a team. It's just I do everything myself. It's been me. I used to have other people that would be on camera with me, but I was still doing all the technical stuff at that time too. But I'm happy to do all that. I don't see it as a job or a work or burden. I see it as living a dream and finding my lane in life, finding my place where I belong, and just sticking with it for going on 9 years now. And that's from 9 years until infinity, until for some reason I just can't anymore. But this is it for me. This is what I'm doing. I'm here with you guys. Everybody's lives change. It's always unfortunate when I've got like long-time regulars, and they send me an email telling me that something changed in their life. They're going through a bad illness. They're not able to continue that connection that we've had for so long. They're basically saying goodbye because life threw a curveball at them, and they have to step back. And I honestly see that like I would having a friend move away from me, because they really are meaningful connections, and they're a lot more, even though they're long distance and online, it's like almost like a deeper connection because we connect on such a personal and like-minded level in regards to understanding and respecting each other for the individual things that we like. And to be able to meet and connect and collaborate on that wavelength together it really is a very meaningful thing to me. So I love having somebody commission me for a video for the first time. I love it even more when they end up continuing and just, it's okay if they just leave it at that one, like, hey, that was fun, but I'm happy with what I got. That's fine. But when they're just like, hey, like this is something real, like, yes, I'm basically paying you just to film a video for me, but there is more to it than that, because this is something you really like, and I understand and respect and don't judge you for it. And this is what I dedicate my life to, is being open about it, empowering people to love who they are and what they like, and giving them that opportunity to explore that and to make a really personal and just deeper kind of connection with me, whether it's long distance or not. It doesn't have to be in person, because it's just, like I said, it's such a deep connection, man. It really does make me feel good, and if I don't stop now, like I'll carry on about that all night, because because of how much it does mean to me. And like I wake up every day just thankful and just feeling blessed that after going through life for so many years, just from job to job and working like dead-end jobs like at restaurants or telemarketing and stuff, like I actually found something real and meaningful, and where I'm actually making a positive impact on a community of people all around the world, instead of just serving a local place food or harassing people with telemarketing calls. You know, this is so much more meaningful. Like my life became 10 times more meaningful once I realized that this is what it is. That the seed I planted has grown into something that's a lot more than what I originally thought it was or could ever be. And a lot more than what it might look like on the outside. But once you realize the real people involved and the real connections we make and the real impacts and differences we're making on each other's and others' lives, you'll see, man, like there's a reason why I keep doing this every day, and I'm committed to doing it for life. It's real. I'm real about it, and you guys are all the realists too, for finding the time to tune in and for going out of your way to support me and ensure that I can continue doing this full time, because this is what I love to do, and I know you guys love it. And just know that if I make jokes about there not being a lot of video comments, that's just me. That's my sense of humor. I understand. I completely understand. But if you do have something, I will end it with this. If you do have something you want to say to me, but you don't want to leave a public comment because of privacy reasons, you can always send me a direct message through my website. It will go straight to me. It will not be posted anywhere else. I'll be the only person who reads it, and I do read them all. If you go to my website, thenodeohero.com, scroll all the way to the bottom of the page, and then you just scroll up a little bit, because at the bottom is like testimonials, just like messages I've received in the early days, the very beginning of people whose lives I made a huge impact on. Those testimonials meant a lot. So you're going to see that at the bottom. There's going to be a video from some viewers of my channel talking about how much they like it, which meant a lot to me too. That's why I compiled it. And then above that, you should see two options. One of them is a fan survey. It's going to ask you like, hey, how did you discover the No Deo Hero? What are your favorite videos, and anything else to add? And then under that, it says fan mail, and that will allow you to send a direct message to me if you like. And you can say anything you want, and I'll read them all. If you want to ask me something, you can. If you want to just tell me how much you appreciate what I do, or how much you like me as a person, or how good looking you think I am, anything that you want to privately say that you don't want to publicly post as a comment because of privacy reasons, you go ahead and you use that fan message and you send something to me. And like I said, I will read them all. Okay? So I'm going to end it with that. I know this started off as like just answering a question, but I'm kind of glad I picked that topic, because I really got to open up and share how I just really feel about this overall, and how much you guys and your support really means to me. And I don't think it's ever going to be out of style for a creator or influencer or whatever you want to call it, letting their fans know how much they mean, because it always feels good to get compliments and admiration from you guys. So I bet it also feels good for you guys to know how much I appreciate you. Everybody who just takes time to watch the videos, the people who do feel comfortable commenting and interacting with me on there, the people who send amazing messages to me behind the scenes, everybody who purchases access to behind the scenes extras videos, anybody who commissions me for custom videos, or anybody who purchases clothing from me, or anybody who is pledged to me on my Patreon. Just overall, you guys mean the world to me, and that's why I dedicate my world to you, to opening that window, that private window for everybody to look through and to find people like you. You know, that's what I imagine. It's like I'm opening a private window into my life, all the most private details of it. And everybody's walking by and they can see in through that window. Everybody can see it. Everybody can read it and learn all there is to know about me, the most private stuff, right? And the like-minded people, you guys, instead of just walking by the window, you go around the back and you come in the building. You know, even if you make sure the people that keep walking by don't see you go in, you guys are here and we're here together, all right? So much love to you guys. Thank you for the support. Thank you for tuning into this. Like I said, I will have some more streams where the chat is open. This is just one where I just really felt inspired to speak from the heart, and I wanted to be able to do that to you without any interruptions. That's the only reason why the chat's off in this one. But thanks to everybody again for tuned in. I really do love you all. I hope you like my shirt. Straight out of deodorant, baby. Ain't used it since 2013. Yay, yay! All right, I'll see you more content here on the channel, more streams. Consider joining the Patreon if you do want to support. There's a lot of great posts I make on there several times a month, every month. And as always, email me at thenodeohero@gmail.com. I am your man for video commissions. Everyone tells me I'm the best at it. I love filming them for you. It excites me every time I get one. So video commissions, behind the scenes extras for just $10 each. You guys let me know. Clothing if you're in the US, I got you. Primal Instincts is here for you, and I love you. So I'm gonna get off of here. You guys have a great rest of your Saturday. Maybe I'll see you in another video this evening, but if not, stay tuned for more soon. Until then.